John Gower. So when it comes to John Gower, we get, most of the time we get questions relating to his work or in which language his works are written. So 3 works. So you remember in Chaucer, we have the French, the Italian, and the English, 3 categories. Similar way, we have John Gower. So John Gower, first work is French. We have Speculum Meditandis, Speculum, Speculum Meditandis. See, Speculum Meditandis, this is the meaning, mirror of meditation. But the title is in Latin. It is written in French, but the title is Latin. So Latin meaning mirror of meditation, but French title, mirror de l'homme. L'homme is actually man. So the mirror of mankind. So that is the French title, mirror de L apostrophe O-M-M-E, mirror de l'homme. So the mirror of mankind. Latin title, mirror of meditation. The general question is that they will simply ask, Gower's Speculum Meditandis is written in which language? So you just remember French. At least if you know this, you can easily eliminate the other 2. How to remember the other 2? So generally, this is how I remember. The next work is Vox Clementis, Vox-Clamantis, Vox Clementis. How do I remember this one? This is how I memorize with a silly mnemonic. Vox V, right? V is kind of an L, Latin, right? You can derive an L from this capital V. So this is how I remember. Vox Clementis is written in Latin because V stands for L. So somehow I remember this and this stays in my mind. So Vox Clementis is in Latin. So the other work should be in French and another work, it should be in English. And this work, the title, Vox Clementis means the voice of one crying out. Because this work mostly focuses on the peasants' revolt. Why peasants' revolt? Even this could be a question. Peasants' revolt, 1381. We talk about peasants' revolt when we discuss Old English period towards the end of this series. Peasants' revolt is the first revolution of the working class in England against the royalty, against the aristocrats. So that's why peasants' revolt is a significant event in social history of England. 1381. Remember the year. And there is also a person associated with this peasants' revolt. Anyone? Wat? Can anyone finish it off? Wat? W-A-T, Wat Tyler. Wat Tyler. Wat Tyler, we are told that Wat Tyler is the one who led this revolt, but we don't know. But that is the name, that is the revolutionary associated with peasants' revolt, Wat Tyler. Next comes Confessio Amantis. It is written in English. So easily remember, you can Speculum Meditandis is in French. Vox Clementis, remember V, it stands for L, so it is in Latin. So Confessio Amantis is the English work written in English. So this is the name of the, meaning lover's confession. Confessio Amantis. Amantis means amants, the lover who comes in this story, in this work. So what is the story? It is actually a frame story, like Canterbury Tales and like Decameron. Like Decameron and like Canterbury Tales, this is a frame narrative. So what happens? You have a lover or the poet, amants. So amants, that's how you get the title Amantis. So this is the confession by Amantis. So that's the title, the lover's confession. Amants means the lover. So the lover has committed some sins, it seems. So he prays to God and goddesses of love, Venus. Venus has a priest, Genius, G-E-N-I-U-S. So now this Amants, the lover, he is confessing to Genius. The priest listened to his confession and he comes up with tales. A lot of tales, kind of a moral tales and also love tales. So after listening to these tales, the poet or the lover, he seems refined. That's all. So there are 8 books in this story, Confessio Amantis. 7 books are on 7 deadly sins. So 7 stories, kind of 7 themes, 7 deadly sins. So one is on summing up of all these themes. Okay. So this is the general outline of this one. So what you have to do, just remember, so you have 3 works and the language and kind of an outline, especially this work, Confessio Amantis.